Hey, what's up? It's Annika and it's time for another budget video. So I think I've actually only done one. They did an October budget with me and then I didn't do a November one because I was literally moving the last week of October into November. So everything was awry and crazy. But we're bringing it back for December and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a monthly thing for me because, as we all know, I'm on a debt-free journey, and if you've been following along, thank you so much. But if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to follow along as I create a happy and financially free life. So, you guys already know the drill that I use the EveryDollar Budget App to track my budget and stay on top of all of my expenses, my income, any debt payments I have. Every single thing I buy in a month, it's tracked. So if I go over spending on a certain category, I add that in and then I have to modify it and take from a different category. So it's okay to stray from your budget, and I always want to keep saying that because a lot of the times when we don't stick exactly to our plan, we can kind of get defeated, and I don't want that to happen to you. And I change my budget literally like every time I buy something almost, because sometimes I'll be like, I'm gonna spend $0 on clothing, and then, as we know in my video where I talked about how I did on my October budget, I ended up like spending $100 on clothes that like I didn't need. But it's okay, we just track it and we move on. It's okay. But my income should be pretty steady and normal, except, drumroll please, I should be getting my first YouTube paycheck this month, or in the month of December. When I'm filming this, it's still November. But in December, I should be getting my first YouTube paycheck because I was actually just monetized in September, I think. And then it takes like a while to process, and then you have to reach like a certain threshold in order to actually cash out. And then YouTube only pays you on like the 21st of like the following month. It's like all this stuff. But I'm definitely gonna do a video on like YouTube monetization and like getting my first YouTube paycheck. So looking forward to that. That's like so exciting because, as you guys know, I've been working on a bunch of different side hustles this year, and I'm so grateful to have kept my job and being able to work remotely. Really, I'm just trying to maximize any type of passive income that I can. So if you'd like to support me, I have my website linked in the description below. I do photo editing, I do YouTube intros, all of that fun commissioned kind of stuff. But I also sell Lightroom presets, self-plug. So that's that, just really exciting stuff. But I do have to pay for my last month of rent for my apartment back in Orlando. So my lease ends end of December, so I do have to pay my normal rent, which was $500. And not including like utilities and water and trash, which ranged from like $60 to $80 depending. I think it'll probably be around like $60-ish. So just budgeting for that, and then I'm done paying for that apartment. For my transportation section in my app, I have set aside $60 for gas. I haven't needed to drive a lot of places, but I do know that I want to do the like drive-through Christmas lights that we have in Portland, because if you've been following, I'm in like the Portland, Oregon area, so I think that they're still doing that this year. I've seen a couple of postings on like TikTok and of like past years, but I think that starts end of November, so definitely want to go and drive to do that. Other than that, I don't know how much driving I'll really be doing, so to be honest, that $60 will probably go down because I'm not even like driving my car. And side note, if you've actually been following along, I said that I was going to sell my car, or that I was thinking of selling my car, but I don't think I am anymore. So I might do a whole separate video on that because this debt journey is just going crazy. But so groceries, I actually have like a weird number designated because for my budget, I carry over the previous months to the next month. And a lot of the time when I have a number left at the top where it says you have however many dollars left to budget, then I'll usually just like tack it on to like my groceries or like a miscellaneous fund, and also to my like additional fund for paying off my debt. So That's why it's like there's like weird cents, just because that's just how it works out. For my groceries, I have set aside $267.87, and restaurants, I set aside $100. I doubt we're gonna eat out anywhere. Like, we're still in a pandemic. Like, we don't have plans to travel anywhere. We're literally staying home. We have no plans. I doubt that I would actually use it, but I know myself, so I just have a feeling that like the one time I go to Taco Bell or something, like, So I set aside $100. It's probably gonna go down. And I set aside $50 for my Starbucks card, because if you have watched my videos, you know I reload my card in $25 increments, because that's just like how much it reloads. So I just set aside for 2 reloads on my Starbucks card, because your girl loves them holiday drinks. And I'm actually doing a video for Vlogmas where like ex-Starbucks barista rates all the holiday drinks for Starbucks. So that was really fun to do, but I needed Starbucks money for that. Okay, so clothing, I have set aside $0, because we're gonna try our best. We are gonna try our best to buy no clothes this month. But my phone bill, I'm still paying off my actual phone, and then I'm paying for unlimited data, all of that stuff with AT&T. So I'm paying $136.90 a month. I have Netflix, $12.99, Spotify Premium, $9.99. Funny story, when I worked for Starbucks, Spotify Premium memberships come with, like, as a benefit to Starbucks employees. And when I left Starbucks, my Spotify Premium membership ended, so I had been so used to having it that I just caved, and I ended up paying the freaking $10 a month. Okay, I also pay for extra iCloud storage every month, because I take a lot of photos and videos and I need that backed up. So I pay for like the terabyte of iCloud storage, which is $9.99 a month. My Disney Plus allocation, like, I actually pay my membership in full, so it actually just hit in November. I think it's like $69 for the year, whereas you can also do it monthly, where it's like $6.99. So in my budget, I actually have like a line still set aside for Disney Plus, and like you can make it like a fund. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's like a little piggy bank, because you can create funds in your budget where you have $6.99 that you're allocating that's going towards that. So that way, when the amount is actually pulled from your bank account, you already have that ready to go, and you don't have to like think about it. So I do that. I normally set aside money for like my wax pass, but we're in a pandemic, so sad. And I also set aside like $10 a month for my Amazon Prime membership, because again, that hits in like February or something. So I just want to make sure that I'm covered in my account, so when that auto debited, I'm not shocked. I pay $15 a month for an Epidemic Sound membership, and that's just where I get a lot of my copyright free music for YouTube. And it actually works out really well for me, because I like having to just not even worry about it, because before I would try and download free things off of like YouTube, and some of the songs I would still get copyrighted for, so it's like, all right, whatever. And my Christmas fund, I actually bought a lot of pretty much all of my Christmas gifts and like Christmas decorations and like things in November, so I didn't have to set aside too much in December. But I still have a couple people I need to get gifts for, so I set aside $50 for like my December Christmas fund, but only because I pretty much covered all like the main things last month. Okay, so in my little lifestyle category, entertainment, $0. What am I gonna pay to do right now? Nothing. Miscellaneous is where I track like toiletries, actually I don't track medications in my miscellaneous, because I have like a separate medicine thing, and that's like $0 anyway. But my miscellaneous, I put $50, and that's just like, again, miscellaneous, whatever comes up randomly. Don't pay for your gym membership, so pretty much nothing in my health category. And insurance, I still have my car insurance I pay for every month, and I'm with Geico, and I actually, since I moved from Orlando, Florida to Portland, Oregon, my insurance went down, so but I think I was paying $130 a month, but it went down like $200 for the 6-month coverage. So now I don't know what my monthly payment's gonna be, so it's probably gonna be less than that. And then I have all my debt payments. So if you've been watching my debt journey, you know that I've actually paid off all of my credit cards and I have no credit card payment this month. Hello? Like, I'm still using 2 of my credit cards to get airline points, and I know that like Dave Ramsey hates that, but I never let them carry a balance. Like, I pay them off almost immediately, so I only allow myself to use them if I can literally pay it off that day. So I act like it's like my debit card and it's coming directly from my bank account, even though it's not. But seriously, on the weekly, I will pay the entire balance so that I just keep it at 0 and there's no interest accruing. So, I mean, that works for me. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. But I still have my car payment. Now, I have to figure out what I'm doing with my car because I think I'm gonna keep it, and I actually came into like a bonus amount of moolah money and I think I'm gonna actually just throw that towards my car payment because I owe about $12,000 on it, but I think I can lower that and then I can pay off my car sooner. So I have to still figure that out. But I have my student loan and my second student loan, of course, those are still there. And then I have my snowball amount that is the total of amount of money that I was paying towards my credit cards this entire time, but now I'm still allocating those funds as if I were still continuing to pay those credit cards, but instead those are all being thrown towards my other debts now. So snowball method. And then I have aside some additional money, but that's like gonna go towards my debt, but it's probably gonna fluctuate a little bit more because of, again, in the categories that I said, like that'll probably go down, so then I'll eventually like add that into my additional section. But yeah, that's my December budget. Really exciting stuff. I think I want to do like a separate kind of how to create a budget if you've never created one before. I think that would be pretty helpful because I know I do the budget with me's, but it's different when it's like my budget versus I think tips that would be helpful for you for your personal budget, no matter kind of like what situation you're in. So I think I'm gonna do that eventually. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel to follow along as I create a happy and financially free life. And also, I'm participating in Vlogmas this year for the first time, so it's when YouTube creators post like a festive vlog, Christmas Vlogmas video, usually like the first 25 days of December. I'm doing the first 24 days, but some creators just post randomly or weekdays or whatever. There really are no rules, but I am actually posting December 1st through December 24th, so be sure to follow along because I have so many fun festive videos planned, and that starts tomorrow when this video goes up. So when this video goes up, it's like November 30th, and then tomorrow is December 1st, so stick around. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.